Hi, this is Matt from Lamination System. Today I'm going to run through the differences between two of our most popular SignEasy models, the SignEasy Plus and the SignEasy Pro. I'll just start with the similarities of the two machines. They both have 130mm silicone rollers. They are both pneumatically operated, which means the rollers open and close via air. Basically, they also have similar mandrels. So the mandrels are the same on both, which are quick release mandrels. So they can come out of the machine, be swapped end to end. They can go in any station on the machine, and then they just drop back in. Another thing that both machines have is lineups. So we've got lineups on all the mandrels, measurements that line up with the feed tray, so you can get everything in a line and straight before you start, which makes everything a lot easier when you go to use the machine. Both the machines come with stands. Both the machines have foot pedals that come with the machines. They both use push button control panels that operate basically the heat control, speed, forward and reverse, and settings for the heat and stuff like that. So what I'll do now is I'll move over and show you the differences between the two. So this is what the SignEasy Pro has up and above the SignEasy Plus. So for a start with, it's push button control for our pneumatic system. So basically push button open and shut. The next feature that this machine has is a longer feed table, which can just make it easier to feed your prints. Whereas the Plus has a shorter one because it's a more compact machine. Another thing this has, which is a really good feature, is an auto shut off. So I can press auto pause on my panel. When my job finishes, if the machine's unattended or you get distracted, whatever, the machine will stop when the media hits that point. So it won't continue to run on and it won't wrap up or anything like that. Another feature of this machine is a meter counter, so it will keep track of meterage, length. It's good for costings and stuff like that. If we move round to the back of the machine, I think a great feature, is one of the most important, is we have rear controls on the machine. So we've got another control panel at the back, which basically I can open and close the rollers, I can start and stop the machine, put it in reverse, and control my speed. I can pretty much do everything apart from change the heat from the rear of the machine. That is a great advantage. If you've worked on a laminator by yourself, it's a very big advantage to have that. The next thing this machine also has is we've got static brushes and a static roller. So basically this roller only rolls one direction, which aids in keeping the print going the right direction, and it also bleeds static off as the sheets are coming over, which is important for doing cast stuff and vehicle wrap films. Another feature of this machine, we have 4 knives, or slitters if you want to call them that, in the back of the machine here. So basically we can drop them into our job. We can adjust them on the fly while the job's running with this knob over here. The advantage, you say, oh, why do we need that? The advantage of this is if you're doing panel work and stuff like that, or you're mounting to substrates afterwards, you're running on 1370 media, your substrates are 1220, you can drop your knives in, get rid of the scrap before you get to your tables. You don't have bits going everywhere, you just collect it all up and get rid of it. It just keeps everything cleaner and easier, and you can also use this to multi-split. So if you were doing multiple pieces up, 2, 3 up, you can drop a knife in it and split it as it's running. So that's another good advantage of this machine. I mentioned they've both got stands before. The stand on this machine has an advantage over the other one in the fact that it can hold two extra mandrels. So this machine has extra mandrels. So the Plus machine has 4, this one can have 6. What that means is you can run a much bigger variety of films. You can also run sacrificial liners, and just gives you more options and more scope in the future for different sorts of products as well. Apart from that, that's the main similarities, differences between the two machines. Thank you for watching. We'll have a spec sheet up at the end of this video so you can compare them directly. If you have any other questions, don't hesitate to ask. Thank you.